What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Podcast. I'm your host, Slap Rock the King, and I'm in here with the Uncensored crew. Lil Honey is in the building. What's up, Lil Honey?
Hi.
How you doing, Lil Honey? How you feeling?
I'm good.
You all right? I like that red. Well, I like that red on your nose.
I was going to say, what red?
Look good.
She had the same thought. She was like, red?
Red, where?
Red?
Yeah.
More Juan here. What's up, Juan?
Hi, how are
How you
you?
feeling?
I feel great, actually. Yes, I feel wonderful. I'm glad and blessed to be in the building.
How was your trip?
It was wonderful as well. It was very relaxing. I was at the pool every day, and yeah, it was relaxing.
You was at the pool every day?
Yeah.
So you had like not a bikini.
With them
what did
titties
you-
out?
Yeah, I had
what
the
did you have on?
bikini on. Well, I had to be kind of,
Cause you
I was with my family, right?
oriented.
But you can't hide them.
I mean, yeah, well,
That's
they were
so
out
true.
somewhere. And then even one
Can
time.
we get a pic?
I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it and not me.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Because she was
Send it to the group.
telekinesis. She was thinking.
Ask for her titties.
Yeah. She felt that.
Send the titty pic.
Oh, she had the turban. She got the whole.
She got
yeah,
the
there we
Haji
go.
from Johnny Quest thing.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Johnny Quest? Do you know what that is?
She's, well.
I'm
you
not
know,
gonna lie.
Anybody
I've
else?
never seen it.
I don't even.
I feel so good to have a partner in crime that doesn't know shit like me.
Hector, do you know who Johnny Quest is, right?
Johnny Quest. Sounds familiar.
Oh
Tyler,
my
do you know who
God.
Johnny Quest is?
Jeez,
He's Googling
Louise.
it right now.
That's like, how old are
Wait,
y'all?
how old are you, though, Tyler?
26.
Oh, you don't.
Yeah, he was.
But they did just recently come up, but it's
But
called
that's the-
Johnny
that's
Test,
the bull. That's the
not
bullshit.
Johnny Quest.
I'm hungry.
So, yeah, it's totally different.
I'm glad. I
Woo!
know you know Johnny Quest. And Hector, I'm a
How
little
old you- how old are you?
surprised.
Yeah, see? Okay,
There we go.
right.
Johnny Quest, it's a cartoon. Yeah, there we go. Johnny Quest, and that's Haji.
Kyra,
That's what
aka Kyra.
Kyra's Kyra.
Who?
Haji.
Why Kyra
Haji.
gotta be the dog?
No,
Oh, no, the guy
Haji.
with
She
the
Haji with
Oh,
the
the
turban
turban.
on.
Jeez,
Haji.
Louise,
I got
the
it.
stone on the turban used to light up and everything.
Ha.
Howard.
So her stone lit up when he thought, oh my God.
I got it. I'm with you guys.
Yes.
Woo!
So we have a special guest in the building.
Special.
It's finally we got you in here, and
I'm excited.
everybody in here, we definitely want to thank you for being our sponsor and being our sponsor to every show. We really
She is the
appreciate
reason.
Thank you for
that.
allowing me to be with you guys.
So we can't cheers with you back there, Hector, but raise your glass, okay?
Oh, wait.
No,
So-
we be sauced.
Saucy. Look, the boss ain't here, so we getting saucy.
Ain't the rose stronger too?
Yes.
Yes, I tried to tell you that. I tried to tell you that the
Yeah.
rose was
I had to
stronger.
find out the good way. I know her way, the good way.
Okay.
And I'm getting me a bottle when we leave this, yo.
Okay.
Yes.
Because Sam be trying to keep all the bottles at his house.
I told
bring
him
him
about
here.
I told him about it in Alabama too, so hopefully soon you'll get
Yay.
some
Yeah, because
orders
they
from
would
down
love
there.
that.
So.
They would love that with some pork ribs. 'Cause that's all they
Yes,
get in Alabama.
that would be
is
awesome.
Pork.
Listen,
you.
I
Yeah,
I
what
eat
you
a
had?
little bit of pork. I don't really eat pork. I eat barbecue,
Is that
and
pork,
I
though?
eat and I eat
It's
barbecue,
pork.
pork.
I eat ribs, and sometimes
Decoded.
I eat what's the other thing? Breakfast meats. So, but when I'm telling y'all,
Pork.
I don't like other things like with pork in it, like hot dogs, any of that
I
stuff.
hate that they
So,
do that.
and I can't, and when I went to go, I was like, oh, I haven't had bologna in a while. I was like, oh, they got some bologna in here. I lifted it up and I said, I'm not eating that. Well, no, I can't eat no pork, chicken product, bologna. It has to be beef bologna. Everything else is
Ooh,
beef.
beef bologna is so good.
It
Fried
is.
No,
with some
it-
potato
is.
bread. Ooh, I think it
Did
might
y'all,
be some.
speaking of fried bologna, it's a whole thing on, they had this thing on, like this Food Network type of show, made some fried bologna, and they were making this whole to-do out of it, like,
Yeah, making a
oh,
gourmet meal.
Oh, and I was
Yeah.
like, if you don't sit down, like,
Yes.
who has it?
Cause you know
Girl,
I was
bye.
my bologna right in the microwave for 2 minutes.
I'm
But it get
cool
the
on
same
that.
crisp.
So
Yeah.
just so you guys know, I've never eaten bologna.
Oh, Jesus.
Ever.
Me
I'm
neither.
sorry.
Me
Okay,
neither.
good.
I'm-
You've never
wow.
eaten it.
All right. I know we
Wow.
connect.
Finally.
You've
I
never
know.
even had it
Christ.
as a child.
No.
So how you know? But you picky with
Yeah,
your
you
foods.
already know. I
So,
Nah.
dang, it is good. Fried bologna is good.
Well, hold up.
I be fucking that shit up.
Let me introduce.
Oh, my bad. We did get carried away.
We went right in the
We
pork.
did-
Right? I was like, yeah, our sponsor. But you said,
We hungry.
Hold on, let me tell you
pork.
something. Now I eat pork. I eat barbecue.
But it's barbecue.
It's
pork.
barbecue.
And it's
Nigga,
breakfast.
it's pork.
No, that's not pork.
What is it?
It's ribs. Barbecue ribs.
You got beef ribs
Yeah,
I know, but I like beef and
but
pork
if
ribs.
you ain't saying, if you ain't,
and lamb chops.
here we go.
I like both.
I'm trying to get Lorie's name out. We still talking about ribs.
Wait, this is the same thing that happened when Kiara was on the show. Went to go introduce her. We started talking about a whole different topic.
But I don't think that was our fault. I think that's probably her fault. So that's probably why she let it go.
But we have.
But we have our wine sponsor who sponsors every show.
Yes.
Each and every show.
Every show. Miss Lorie's in the building. Hey, Lorie, how are you doing?
I want to.
There we go.
Hey
There
guys,
we
thank you for
go.
having me on. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we are so excited to have you here. We just want you to know every time we drink this, all of us are a little tipsy, if not fucked up.
Right.
That is
And
the
I'll
goal.
say I was not hot a few minutes ago. I'm already hot.
Yes.
Yes, and you had to chill.
Achieve the goal.
Well, you used to it. Was this one?
Oh, snap.
No,
Wait a
this
minute.
is Love Jones. Love
We need
Jones.
some more.
Yes.
I'm just gonna spread it
Oh
out.
man, this is uncensored, and I have to be a lady.
Girl, bye.
Oh my
Everybody
god.
trying to hear that.
You can mix, yes.
No, why you ain't getting shit?
Uh-uh.
So there you go.
Can I just say, you guys?
Hey,
Y'all did this. I'm not here for one time, and then y'all just treat me so bad.
I just want to say two
It's a shame.
things.
I
So
know y'all.
Shut up.
when you were away, he missed you.
I saw.
who was away?
When Juan was away, it was like, yeah, Juan away, y'all. But you know, all right. He just totally like, you ain't
Ain't
miss
that
Juan
something?
like you miss
Like,
everybody
tell her so she
else.
can say, "Get off my dick." Like,
Well, I
had to
wouldn't say that.
Get
but
off my.
me say.
It's so funny because when I listened to our episodes, I forgot that I said that, and I was like, "Yo, he really was."
It was
doing
funny.
shit.
It was even funnier when I listened to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
funny.
I
It was
like,
funny
this
too.
nigga
I was
really
too. I was like,
keep
damn.
talking about
No,
me.
I
like
was
he loved
watching
me.
it. That's what made it.
You
I
were
was
in
watching
love with me, so this is why the viewers thinking. So stop talking about me.
I just
God,
I fuck with you like that heavy sometimes.
he was on my dick, but that was.
I was on your dick that day.
You were on my
I was on your
dick.
dick that day a little bit. Like
That shit was funny, but I was like,
why the fuck I can't say that? Like,
Well, we
but
know why.
we were.
oh.
Y'all was high, yes.
In the
Oh,
brownies,
oh, so the sensitive side come out of me when I had the brownies, the sensitive side come out.
You already know we
Forgot about
beefing.
that.
We're beefing right now. Sponsorship is
Got
gonna have
you.
to halt.
Listen, I got you, baby. I got you.
Don't be
I
fucking
got
hurt.
you.
Yo. Whatever you supposed to do,
Hey, yo.
you better do.
Get
Cause
it
we
done.
fucking up.
Oh, my
God.
God.
He had one
So-
job.
I
Was
got
it get you a brownie?
Yes,
I know,
I had for one.
I got her. I got you, yo. Don't worry about it. And he was here, too. Like, come down. Shout out to Kitchen Gladiator.
All right.
Glad you ate Charles. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't got.
Shout out
So,
to him.
yeah, shout out to him. Don't worry, I got you, though. So, Lorie,
Yes.
why don't you tell us how you got started with making your own organic wine, which is 50% alcohol?
Yes.
Like, what made you just like what were you doing? Like, what did you get a light bulb? Say, girl, I want to make some wine.
Right.
like
That
Just
did not
girl, I
happen.
want to make some wine.
You want the long story or the short story?
Give
How much time
us
I got?
The long story.
Give us the minimum.
the
long,
give us-
medium.
the long
if it's-
and the short
no,
of
give
it.
us the 4-minute version.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. So I got
Medium.
you.
No,
Medium.
yeah.
Fair enough. So again, thank you for having me today, guys. So me creating wine really came from a dark place. It came from a place. Yeah, it did. That was my coping mechanism, my antidote at the time when I was going through some hardships in my life, and I would make Love Jones untitled at that time, or unbottled, I would say, and I would just drink it almost every night just to put
But you
myself
said
in a
you
good place.
made it.
I made it.
How did you?
With
I'm going to
grapes.
tell you.
I'm about to say, because
So I
She
wasn't
said she's getting
loosening
to
it
that.
up. Yes, I'm definitely going to get there. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
how I made it.
That's what
So
I
at that time, I was in the mixologist phase where I was drinking different wines, and I was mixing different alcohols. I had different mixes, and it was just a lot that I was doing, trying to cope because I really just wanted to go to sleep through the pain in a sense. And then at that time, I said, you know what? I can make this into something because I finally found what it was that I wanted to make, which turned out to be the Love Jones White, which was the first one that was made. So I say all of that to say, how do I make it? So I started off with me trying different organic wines. I was very heavy set at one point. Very.
Really?
Like
Very
chubby?
thick. Yes.
I need
Not
that
chubby. I was fat. Slap.
I wanted to say fat, but I
It's
just
okay, you
knew
don't have to be
Kyra was
politically
gonna
correct.
draw
I
If I would have
want
said
to
fat.
listen.
If I would have said fat,
Shit,
you'd have
I'm
been
on
like,
my-
I was thickalicious.
I'm on
That's
my
what I called
heaviest right
myself.
now, so I need to know
And I
whatever
was
the
very,
fuck you
I was
doing,
very close
'cause
to her. You know, yes.
Don't you
No,
was-
no.
well, well.
We were twins. We were twins.
That's a good one. Fuck you. That's a good one.
Thank God I'm not sitting right there.
Oh, shit.
Because then she would have been like, not this big,
Oh,
but
No,
close to
oh my
her.
God, I would never.
not Juan big, but Kyra
Let me
big.
just say, all
That is
sizes
good,
are
yo.
beautiful, ladies.
Listen. But
Oh,
Yeah,
I
Lord.
can take this shit because I'm going through this shit. I got
Listen,
you.
I'm
all
going
sizes
through
are
it too,
beautiful.
shit.
We are all beautiful. We are enough women. Black power, okay?
Sure.
All right, so
Like,
Thank your
Black
pussy
queens,
alive.
yes, woo woo. And we are the best. But no,
Wow.
I will say
Fat
this:
girl.
I am a fat girl at heart, though. I love to eat. We'll talk about that shortly.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I
I
know
was,
that,
I was huge, and I really got to a place where I was just drinking, eating, and living my best life in a dark place. I know, and it is called emotionally eating, and that is, one. Well,
You
for
not
me, I was
emotionally
very
eating, though,
depressed.
right?
I'm not. I just love to eat.
I became an
and
emotional
drink
eater
and
later in
party and fuck.
Oh my
Did
gosh! Did you say fuck?
all the time?
Can we say fuck?
Can you
Yes.
say that again? She said, "Did you say fuck?"
My sex life right now as a big girl is hopping.
And
That
it
shit
typically
booming.
is.
Love this shit.
It typically is because men enjoy it. They do. They
This
do.
shit be wet as fuck. I be squirting everywhere. It be
Oh my God! Did you say squirt?
All right, can we go back to the other
All right.
episode?
Sorry, okay.
So, all right, so we're going back 4-minute version. We're gonna wrap it up.
Y'all
So,
getting me.
Yeah,
Hey,
2
girl.
minutes. We got 2
happy.
minutes.
so yes, big girls have the best times. Okay, so I'm just saying.
Well,
yeah. So
well, you're not big no more. So did like
I'm
your
still
big,
at
did
heart.
your big coochie
Did you,
like?
oh,
So
my
you
coochie
like
pop
the-
all the time.
I'm,
So, when you
Uncensored.
lose weight, did your pussy get...
No, it's the same,
Do
boo.
you does
Is
it
the
lose
nothing.
weight?
Do the lips get skinnier?
No, they still popping.
Alright.
It's still like
My lips is nice and
cocoa
fatty.
bread. You know, the Jamaican when you put around the patties, all nice and fat.
Oh,
Like yeah,
okay.
cocoa bread.
Oh.
That's not me. I'm just saying for those.
Okay.
For those, because I'm a lady. I don't partake. All right. So I
All you should say is friends.
well,
I
Wow.
actually made it, and
This not be the enemy. Come on, y'all. Get
all
the
right. So let's get through this. So I started making Love
Sorry about
Jones, and so Love Jones is not only wine; it is a wine cocktail. And at that point, I reached to a point in my life creating this mix and being in a dark place. I was like, you know what? I need to break the cycle. I need to be able to figure out, Lorie, what are you doing? Get out of this depressive state and really figure out what are you going to do with your life, with yourself. And I decided to start to work out, live healthier, really reconnect with, not that I was ever strayed away from God, but really focus on my religion, go to church every Sunday, really focus, and not just go just to go, really tithe by 10%, really go every weekend, really pray, and really start to fast. So I actually am an author as well. I wrote a book. It is on Amazon. By the way, we'll talk about that later, but I wrote that book kind of helping people like myself as well as yourself going through different things in life and being able to break the cycles and break that chain. So with that, coming out of that was when I was able to create Love Jones and actually officially bottle it, X, Y, and Z. So long story short, I do have an event that I do every single year, which is called the Wine Classic, and last year I premiered Love Jones, but Love Jones didn't have a name. Love Jones was just my wine cocktail at my table, come get a sip and see. I was trying to see how the audience would play into it, if they would like it. And it really took off way before I was prepared. I didn't have a name, I didn't have a bottle, I didn't have anything. People loved it so much they were inboxing me after my event like, yo, where can I get a bottle, where can I find it? And I was just like, I didn't have an answer. Hello, slap, what am I saying? Hello. So I had to package and bottle really quickly in like a 2-week period, and I had to come up with a name. And I came up with many names to reflect flower, because I believe in flower, I believe in love. I'm one of those gushy, corny people. And I had to think about it. What am I passionate about? What do I love? And I love love. I love black love. I love all love. I love just loving. I think it's a wonderful thing. So I decided to name it Love Jones. And Love Jones was just a common name that I felt that was that everyone could kind of resonate with. So that's where Love Jones came from. I've never seen the movie. I know everyone's gonna probably turn off the podcast right now.
Don't
but
do
I've
that.
never seen the Love Jones movie, but I am gonna watch one day. I promise. It had nothing to do with that. Believe it or not, it was from a place of love, just not that particular movie.
Wow.
I'm sorry. So you guys should know I am black, but not really. Trapped in a white woman's body. I am trapped in a white woman's body. I know. But I'm cool. I'm hot. You know, I get down.
What the fuck? What's that?
But that is where Love Jones came from.
What is wrong with her?
Yes. And I wanted something I could drink and work out and still be healthy and stick to the plan. So I created Love Jones, with it's very health conscious. It is 50% alcohol. So I am an intermittent faster. You guys should know it is what you should definitely look into.
I've already been so I do it.
But not when you living your best life fucking and sucking. That's what you said.
But
Fucking.
I can fucking suck and not eat
Right.
Yeah.
after 8 o'clock, right?
So you don't suck after 8?
You don't suck after 8. That's when you
That's
suck
fine,
the best.
Why? Look,
You suck the best after
I
8?
do all my sex and shit, but I do try. I've been starting since I've been in the summertime. I've done the don't eat until 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And stop eating at 8.
Well,
Now, the
there
problem
are
only
different
happens-
levels of that.
There
You
are.
can change. You can do it.
Right. The
you know.
problem for me is the nights I go out.
Correct. So I'm going to
So
then
stick
you're
to
gonna-
it.
you're gonna wanna
that's
eat
where
something.
Yeah.
I struggle, but I've been doing good where I have not. Where I've already lost, I want to say a couple pounds just from that.
Yeah, and
that works. It does work.
It works wonders. So I am avid with that. So pretty much I do the 12 to 8 on a regular day, but typically I do 20, 24 hours. It's a lot. But it's intense only because you will have goals you set for yourself you want to meet. But for the nights that I go out, I eat later so I can be able to drink later and eat later so that I can just balance it off as I go along. So that would be a remedy for you.
Yeah.
And I do 7-day water fast sometimes. It does help. Look, you made your face like I cursed. Why did you make your face?
I'm gonna tell you this. So I've done a lot of. I've lost weight. I've lost 50 pounds, and I've always done it the kind of the right way.
Yeah.
With a trainer, 6 small meals, so I know what to do. But right now I just have not been motivated, and I think it's because I'm just having too much fun with my life.
And that's okay.
But for me, I don't like to do those fasts because what happens is I will go back and I will binge. So I'd rather just change and like Hector was talking about earlier, like do the meal preps because I've done that. And when I do it that way, I don't kill myself because I like to eat too much for me. Like I'm drinking water all week. No, I can lose the fucking weight and eat.
You gonna
Well,
die.
water is not. Water
gonna
is just
fucking
a
die.
water fast is a quick, way to kind of help you get in the groove
Right.
of being able to acclimate yourself to a new life cycle.
It does help you
or lifestyle.
It does help shrink your stomach, which is really important, which means you don't overeat. So,
Correct.
like the other day, I had breakfast and I couldn't eat the whole.
You
day.
had what? I'm sorry. No. Please, I don't want to walk away from the show. Like I want you to say breakfast. Breakfast. You said breakfast like you came from North Philly. Where you from?
Whoa.
Excuse
Whoa.
I'm gonna let
What's
this
Wait
happening?
a minute. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Y'all
Excuse
say
me.
breakfast?
No.
Nigga, that's how we say
I
it.
don't. Excuse me.
But
No.
I'm from North. So
I don't.
No,
I am
I'll
from
say
the
breakfast.
suburbs of North Philadelphia. I grew up I grew up at 24th and Lehigh Avenue
The
until I was
heart of
18
North
years
Philly.
old. The suburbs. And I do not say
Nothing
breakfast.
southern
I
about
say
you.
breakfast.
Thank you. That's how it's
Breakfast.
properly
And
stated.
that's
No,
not
we
with
say
my voiceover
breakfast. I
training.
even texted BREFFIS. Yo, we going out for breakfast?
No.
I say that as a joke, but do
I
not,
text that
don't you
shit.
dare
You're right.
say
I'm sorry.
like you're from North Philly. She is from the slums of
Camden.
Camden and Lindenwold, New
I would
Jersey.
beat y'all the fuck up from the slum.
Sea World?
Let me be clear. I lived in
SeaWorld.
Camden until I was 4 years old.
Oh my goodness.
And I lived in the wall. Cold second off.
So real quick, because
Yes.
we gotta
we gotta talk. Okay, go. Yes, yes.
But just can you because we gotta move on because we did spend a lot of time. But we gonna
Okay,
come back
let's
to
do
you.
this. Yeah,
We'll come back to you. But tell everybody like how you got to become the sponsor for the Uncensored. Why you smiling?
Because you were drunk and she drinking
Let
her
me tell you,
shit.
I thought you was about to say something else because I was thinking something else in my head.
Oh no.
You said no. When you said became the sponsor for, I was like,
Oh no.
Oh my
Another
God.
show.
Do you want to tell them,
No.
Slap, or should I tell them?
Oh, how you became the sponsor?
Yes.
Yeah, you could tell them.
All right, it's gonna get freaky, y'all. Now I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
"Freaky with
All
you."
the fucking things.
So I became the sponsor of the Uncensored Podcast. Actually, I met Mr. Jonathan Slap, which is Mr. Slap the Rock. So I refused to call him by that name. He was like, yo, I'm Slap. I was like, sir, what did your mother name you? Okay, because I'm not calling you Slap. He was like, all right, it's Jonathan. Please, no one calls me that. I was like, okay, John, is that good? He's like, yeah. So we actually met at the Philadelphia. He was so irked. He was so irked at me. But he actually tasted. He tasted the red and he tasted the white. He's like, wow, this is really good. And I was like, hell yeah, it's fucking good. Like, this shit is fucking awesome, okay? And he's like, well, he came over real professional. He had on a suit. So let me tell you guys, really quick story. Mr. Slap the Rock, Mr. Loveable Asshole, super cool guy with all the fly kicks, okay?
You know what?
He came over in like a wool suede suit. It was hot as hell. Okay, it was hot. It was hot wool with suede and everything on there. With a pocket. When men go to K&G, they get that with the pocket square, but it's stuck inside, so you can't really put nothing in there. So he made an attempt to go in there a few times, but he got stuck and he had to play. But it's cool. So he walked over to the table. And he was like, "Yo, this is really good. I have a podcast with my crew, and I wanted to know, would you be interested in sponsoring?" So that is how we met at the Philadelphia Film Festival, where this guy was supposed to be nominated and actually supporting a few friends, and he had a few cousins there, and we met there. We discussed business briefly, and then we had a business meeting shortly thereafter, which I want to say was consumed around a lot of alcohol, and it was really awesome. Oh, nothing. It was strictly business.
I'm
here.
No.
No, we.
Oh my God, no. We have been professional.
No, we was really fried.
No.
If Kyra would have been there with us, like that place would have got turned up.
Yeah,
that place would have got turned up.
Mr. John Slap, he was professional the whole time. We discussed business, and it was cool.
John Slap.
That is how it became a sponsor.
No, you nigga, no, you done that.
I'm calling you.
And look, we about to take a break, but I just want y'all to know she not even fraud in the front right now. When I call her, she answers the phone like,
"Hey, John." Hi, Mr. Slap. Even my daughter calls him Mr. Slap. Mr. John. Yeah.
I was like, yo.
I'm calling you, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan, what's going on?
So while I be out, I still be working though. Like I really be working, and I'm so happy that you did come along because everybody in this room loves it.
Awesome.
Everybody, even Linnea,
When we had our live event, there was so many people that were loving your wine.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm happy.
So they were like, where can I get it? I want more. I want bottles. So I am really happy for you. I think what you're doing is dope. I love supporting. I just think it's dope that you're young and you had a vision, and like you said, it came out of a dark place. But to now, this is not easy to take and say, I'm gonna be a wine, sell wine. Like, that's not an easy thing to push. Because people gonna go to barefoot and all the other shit because that's what they know. Mm-hmm. But so
barefoot ain't got nothing on this
real
shit.
Quick before we go, how do you get yourself into the store? Like, what's the next step to get into stores?
So I'm actually working.
Wait, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Say that. Don't answer that.
Don't answer that.
Yeah, don't answer that because we like 4 minutes over.
We're 4 minutes over.
All right, so we'll be right back. We're right here with Lorie, our wine sponsor, Love Jones. Shout out to the Right Click Agency. Boss lady is not here, but we got to give a shout out to her. Hot Girl Summer coming up. Water Ice Radio, Uncensored Podcast. We'll be right back.
All right, and we're back. So I wanted to just reiterate what my question was because I think it's important. Like, we're here, yes, you have clients and you have a website, but what's the next step for you to get into the stores?
So pretty much for me right now, that's the process that I'm in right now. I'm trying to get into wine and spirits, Total Wine, so on and so forth. So I actually have to pitch it. It's not like you just go up like, hey, I have my license. Can you just put me in your store? No, you have to actually pitch it. There's a process that goes through with that. And they have to accept you in. So it's not easy, as you stated before, being an entrepreneur. I got you. You gonna pitch for me? Yeah. All right, Jonathan Slap on the mic. All right. So but yeah, it is a process. And you definitely have to be prepared. You could be turned down. So be prepared to be able to tell why your wine is exceptional, why it's different from all of the other wines that are on the shelf, and be able to explain everything about it.
Okay. But
I never knew that. That's interesting.
That is interesting. I'm excited for you because I drink wine, but this is good. I think you have something different. So
thank you. And I just want to say that I am the first African American woman to create a wine cocktail in the market. So let's give shout outs to Black Excellence. So it's work, but we're all collectively doing it, and you guys are doing a great job too. So thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, so Juan, what you got for us this week?
Ew, I don't like how you said that.
Was it nasty?
Okay, it was nasty.
I like
She added her love. What is it called?
Love me down.
Love me.
Whoa.
Love me down. I was about to say Love Jones. All right. So today's letter for Juan Says is titled "Was I Wrong or Nah?" Okay.
Right. Let me hear this shit.
Right.
Dear Juan.
Oh my God.
Dear Juan, I really can't believe I'm writing in, but here goes. After 4 months of this guy hounding me for a date, I agreed to go out with him. First, he tells me his car is not working, and could I drive? Okay, fine. Then we get seated, and his phone kept buzzing. I told him my phone was on silent. I wanted to get to know him, so he tells me, "Let me answer this call, and I'll turn my phone off." So he steps away for 15 minutes. Then on his way back, he is texting and his phone rings again. And he answers it and walks away for another 15 minutes. I tell the waitress to let him know I stepped away to answer a call, went and got in my car and left. Was I wrong? I blocked him because that was just rude, not having it. Peace. Like literally, that's how she ended it. So Lorie,
you answer first.
You have to answer first.
Okay.
Was she wrong or no?
Is that what it really said or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give 2 parts. She was wrong for not checking to see maybe it was his mother, his daughter. This is the good woman side of me. To make sure that that's and I had to learn that at about 18, 19 that before you snap. Come on, I see your face.
No,
before you snap, you do need to
do that.
correct. You do need to check and see is everything okay. Is it a kid? Is it a mother? Is something going wrong? It could be work. It could be anything. So you really can't be as self-involved. You need to be like, hey, is everything going? And see if he's willing to give you an honest response. That's your first go-to. But after that, oh fuck that nigga. Don't even tell the waitress nothing. Grab your purse, go to the bathroom, and make your way out the door. Or no. I'm just like, I'm done. What are your thoughts? What
does Juan say? No, you were not wrong. I do agree with Lorie that you should have initially asked if there was if everything was okay. I wouldn't even say is it your mom, because 9 times out of 10 they might I was just like, is everything okay?
Yeah.
And if they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna take this call real quick, then I would let the waitress know, because you don't want them to think you walking out on a check. You can be like, I'm leaving, but the dude, when he come back, he's gonna pay, but I'm leaving. You can tell him I left or whatever. I don't care. I just wanted to let you know. Maybe if I had to leave $20 for my whatever we had already, then I can do that. But I would have never talked to him again. I don't want to say never, because he might have been like, it was something wrong. Maybe if he lied at first, I don't know. I might want to hear him out, but I don't think I would really want to hang out with him again after that.
So
that's rude. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I'm not sitting there. That's 30 minutes.
That was 30 collective.
You just sitting there, and he just like, let me take this call real quick. If the food is there, I probably would have eaten my food, but then I would have left. If we already ordered and stuff like that. But it depends. I'm 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't stay either, because that is rude as hell. You leave somebody for 30 minutes and you on your first date, and he kept asking you to go out over and over, and then you finally say, yeah, and this is the impression you put on your first date. We wouldn't have another date. I mean, we could be cool, but we're not going on another date.
We not cool.
I don't know if I would actually leave. I'm definitely not going on another date with you, and I'm going to cuss you the fuck out, because that's why I'm not leaving. So when you get back to the table, I'm cussing you the fuck out, because you tried to fuck me. Pussy, who the fuck with? Like, my nigga, you got me at the table, and you just...
The podcast with no limits.
Yes.
You think you about to get out on this, so you talk to your fucking wife for 30 minutes So you gonna get all of this.
Oh.
That's a Martinism.
That's a whole, yeah.
How you doing
I
that?
know, you watch Friends.
Oh, she just left you in the.
Hello.
It's like, where the phone at? Hello?
Hello.
You there?
You gonna get all and then I'm gonna get your ass the fuck out. Because let me be clear with you. If you on the phone for 30 minutes, somebody better be dying.
That's a long time. 30 minutes, because 2 minutes can be long
I
if
feel
you got
like
somebody
that's
waiting.
I don't think I'm gonna leave because I want to say something like, what you fucking think this is? First date or not? Like, if
It
we
would
been
really,
talking,
for me to stay, it would have to be somebody who I already have a relationship with on
Right.
some level, because otherwise I would be like,
fuck that.
I'm out.
Yeah.
No, you know what is so funny? I do really pride myself on not being on the phone when I'm on a date with somebody.
Right.
Because that shit is rude as shit.
Yeah, it is
like,
rude.
somebody call you, I'm on a date. Hey, if somebody,
I won't even answer.
I hate when people are, like, I feel like that's the number one thing. Like, if you're on a date and you're in a car with somebody, do not sit and have a full-on conversation while the person driving.
I agree.
I don't give a fuck, y'all just listening to music. Don't do that shit. It is just rude to do that in general. I don't care if it's your friend or if you're on a date. When I'm with somebody, if you're my friend or if I'm dating you, I'm not going to have a 20-minute conversation about life. Like, oh, something happened? All right, cool. I'm on a date. I'm going to hit you back.
Something
With my
happened.
girlfriend.
All right, cool. I'm
He said, all right,
No,
oh,
no,
they about to
what
die?
I'm saying.
All right, cool. I'm going to call you back
Right,
when
right.
I'm done my
He
date.
be dead when I'm
Something
done.
serious happened. That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking. Like,
I
let
usually
something happen. Don't. What, okay. Oh, damn. All right, cool. I'm about to hit you up. I got to figure this out. But outside of that, you just call and check up. All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't answer my phone because I hate people that answer their phone to tell me they're going to call me back. Bitch, just call
Oh,
me
don't
back.
you hate that? I
call
only
me
answer the
back.
phone if it depends on who's calling me, because people who I know wouldn't normally be calling me, I'm probably not going to answer the phone. And 9 times out of 10, my closer friends would know that I'm on a date, so they're not going to even call me. But if they did, something must be wrong. So I'm only answering or if it's my kid or something, you know.
Yeah.
But-
And that's the reason why my phone is on, because if my daughter called me, I'm like, but she
Right.
called for everything. Like, Ma, what you
Everything.
doing?
Everything. Right.
Go to-
Are you dying? Are you
That's what
dying?
I'm
No?
doing.
Okay, I'm
You with your
busy.
dad. Don't call my phone. Why you with your dad at all? Don't call me.
I don't. If I went on a date with a female and she did that, I think I'm gonna check for what her mannerisms is on her way back to the table.
So you wait for her to get back to the city.
well, the
Well,
first time.
they left the
That's
first,
the
second time.
first time. The first,
Oh,
the
got you,
first
got you.
15 minutes. Now, I'm probably gonna be sitting there flaming. I'm going to be sitting there mad. But what I'm learning to do is to put myself in somebody else's shoes.
Right.
So I would at least want to give that person the benefit of the doubt, like you said. Like when you come back, it's 15 minutes later. In my mind, I'm thinking something major happened.
Yeah.
Right.
You come back, hey, is everything okay?
Right.
Like,
You cool?
Because you be
Mom,
going for
mom,
15
After the
Yeah.
15 minutes, yeah, the first
and
15.
if all I get is yes, everything is fine, right? And we continue on with the date.
And you,
In my mind, I'm giving you got the benefit of the doubt already with that first 15.
yeah.
Because all you told me was everything is okay. You didn't say yes, but you know my mom or
Right,
my aunt
right.
got Alzheimer's and whatever. You ain't say none of that shit. You ain't tell me none
What
of
she
that.
got? Alzheimer's?
All time.
All
Okay,
timers,
all right.
because all the time
cool.
is when it
So
happens.
if she every time that she try to correct somebody, grab her what? Because listen, this nigga don't know how to know words.
Listen, he was like, crew to what? Crew to who? Crew to
Crudité.
Tay. Listen,
Yo, I was trying to remember that.
He really watched our
I was
show.
trying to.
He
tell
called
somebody
me
that
at
I could
work.
not remember that to
I
save
called
my
her, though.
life.
he called me at
I
work.
called her. I was
He's
like,
like-
I said, yo.
I was like, yes, Jonathan?
I was like, yeah, she
Slap,
definitely
John
said
slap, John slap.
She's like, yes, John Slap. I'm like, motherfucker. I said, what's that word again?
I was like, crew to
She
Tay.
gonna voice record. You mean
Crew to Tay.
motherfucker?
But wait, you could have caught her. You could have like,
Yeah,
you
he
know how to
did.
spell it.
But
I
then-
did.
but
I
then
actually
he
sent it to him. I sent it to him.
Right. Then he makes like, bitch, I spell.
No, I spelled it for him.
She did.
I sent him
She sent me the voice record and she
and
sent
the-
me the spelling.
yeah.
That was
I didn't
nice.
ask her for the spelling, but I guess she knew I didn't know how to spell it. So she's, thank you.
I
So
got
you get the benefit of the doubt the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You get the benefit of the doubt the first 15 minutes. The second time you leave for another 15 minutes, now I'm planning my escape. Because you didn't communicate with me. And bitch, please, I hope I didn't drive.
Not young lady, just straight bitch.
No, bitch.
She left.
You almost had me
better
sick.
hope that we either met, because if I drove and you left me for 30 minutes at a table and I'm paying for this whole thing,
I'm lifting.
oh yeah, she's lifting home. She's
Ooh.
definitely lifting on Uber, carpool. She doing something.
Yes,
She's not coming back with me
correct.
because I try to give you,
The benefit of the
I try
doubt.
to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey, listen, I know sometimes things come up and you got a family and stuff. I understand that you got to take a call. Maybe you're a lawyer or something, prosecutor or something. Well, you got to take a 15-minute call. I understand. But when you come back to the table that first time after you left for 15 minutes, I should know what happened.
Right.
Or at least who you were talking to.
Right.
And this is our first date.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
So you saying
You
you
went down
date?
Frisco's?
You dating lawyers? Is that what you're
I
saying?
mean, I would.
Oh, okay.
Would you take somebody on a first date to Del Frisco's?
It depends on who she is. It depends on
Is
what.
Del Frisco's a standard?
Del
No.
Frisco's, it's
Well,
not. It's not a
hell
I
standard.
think it
no.
depends on the like. To me, I feel like if somebody.
Oh, wait. Is that a bad thing?
No, it's not a bad thing, but
Okay,
I mean,
I
I'm just.
need to know what
To
Lorie.
me,
Because Lorie,
right.
I don't know what Applebee's is.
No, I like Applebee's.
Hey, you better never take me to Fridays. You better Fridays before.
Of course, back in the day. I mean, I'm an adult. I got 2 children.
So with 2 kids, you can't go to Fridays.
I mean, with them, if Mr. Jonathan Slab was to take me to Fridays, sir, that's not going to work.
We're just going for
But-
drinks. Man, we ain't even going for
Oh
drinks.
my God!
We ain't going for them because they drink
Listen,
too much.
Wait a minute.
see, I don't feel like this is totally a whole segue, but I don't feel like the restaurant choice. Now, let me just preface by saying I hate Applebee's, and I will.
I love Applebee's.
I will say that in the conversation when you talk about what we like.
won't.
However, at the same time, I don't feel like going to a 5-star restaurant or like a steakhouse is somewhere that I necessarily want to go
On the first
for
date.
a first date.
I agree.
No.
Because I feel like it's a lot of pressure.
Right.
It is.
If anything, right? If
anything,
You
if
gotta try to
anything,
keep that shit up.
right?
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
you're putting up an
I know
impression
what my
that this is
downfall
what this
is,
is the
and-
standard. Like if you're going to take me to restaurants like this all the time, then that's fine.
Right now we ain't done
However,
Fridays.
and I would not suggest that. I would let the guy, if he wanted to say, but then that's fine. But I'm going to think, oh, okay. So I want to go to wherever the hell, something else like that. I can't think of anything.
Our first date is going to be at a good environment where even if it's at maybe kind of like a bar,
Right.
something like that, it's going to be where we can still have dialogue.
Exactly.
Landmark.
You know what I mean?
That's what you need.
No, are you
No,
insane?
not Landmark, because number one.
Landmark is lit.
Everybody go to
No,
Landmark.
yeah.
There's too many people in there.
That's why I
yeah.
just take
too
me.
much.
How many bitches is gonna walk up to you? Because I need to know.
No, oh
I
my
like you guys.
honestly,
Kyra looked
God,
at the downfall.
I
man,
called
nigga.
you a pussy. Said you.
and she waiting for you like this.
She waiting for you to downfall.
But no, for real, because I went out with somebody and a whole bunch of people knew me, and I felt like he was mad. I'm like, nigga, you took me to Fridays. You ain't think I was gonna know nobody there, but so the fourth one to keep it cute.
Fourth
keep it
one,
cute.
you fucked.
Oh my
For
God,
sure.
I can't take her.
But
I can't.
that's what you get if you want to take me to fucking Fridays or
Let me
something
tell
like
you,
that.
like-
Anybody gonna walk up in that bitch?
Yeah, I'm yes.
If you don't mind, Mr. John, Mr.
John
John
Slap.
Slap, I just want to say, honestly, a first date for me
Hey,
is where we
the
can.
name of the episode is John Slip. Period. Period.
I'm
gotta
sorry.
put that in there.
I'm sorry.
Make sure you write that down, Tyler.
The name of the episode is hashtag John
Yeah.
Slip.
The episode with Lorie is John Slap.
Let me just tell y'all, first date for me is not Del Frisco's. It's not a 5-star restaurant. It's really just you can do a picnic in the park.
It
We
could be
can
a
walk. We
5-star
can
restaurant,
it
but
can-
I know
Nigga,
one.
North
Yeah,
Beach, like you
something
do a
where-
picnic in the park.
No, come on, don't do that.
I like that.
I would love to go.
I'm
to
like-
picnic.
Kelly
I've never
Drive.
done that.
Kelly Drive is beautiful.
It is.
You
I
have
love
some,
it.
yeah.
But
All right,
are they gonna do
who's-
that in North Philly?
What is this? The
Girl,
Oh, okay.
no one's
forgot
going
what
to North Philadelphia.
No, we was on yours.
We're
So-
passing through on our way to Center City. Okay.
So we're not.
Right?
So
On our
the,
way to
the
Manningham.
answer is where you did the
The
right
answer
thing.
is you did the right
You did the right
motherfucking thing.
Yes. Hello.
No, I
By
was
leaving
sad.
that shit. What you should have did was order some expensive shit and
No.
then left.
No. For
Oh,
me,
no,
I would have
we can-
paid for the bill, and I'm going home.
Yeah, Lorie that type.
Yeah,
she's
I'm
that
paying
type.
for the
Lorie
bill.
is that type.
I'm
All right, y'all,
paying
we're
for
going to take
it.
a quick break. We'll be right back. Water Ice Radio, Uncensored Podcast, Right Click Agency, Love Jones. We'll be right back, y'all.
Hi. A little sexier. Anyway, hi guys.
Okay.
You didn't like that? Hi.
Love me down.
Hi. Anyway, so let me down. Segment question of the week is, what do you do when you do not get along with your significant other's family? Now, this question came from, I love my sister. Shout out to my sister Layla. Layla, I love you.
This is your biological
This
sister?
is my biological sister, right? You know, she's been with her boyfriend for over 5 years. And he has a daughter. I'm not even going to talk about the kids situation because
That's a lot.
that's a lot. But the mom just does a lot. And when she's telling me stories, I'm like, how the fuck do you deal with that? What is going on? Just keep talking. If I'm talking, bitch,
Do your segment. Do your segment. We're not talking to you. We're not talking to you.
You want to fight?
I'm not even talking. I'm just whispering.
You're disrespecting. So I'm going to fuck you up. Put your glasses away. Thank you.
All right, go ahead, Kyra.
So, anyway, I was telling her, like, I said, oh, that's going to be a segment on my show. Because I feel like when people have struggles with somebody, like, I love you. I love you as a person. I love everything that you do for me. I love our relationship. But your family is fucking crazy. Your mom talked to me crazy. Or not even talk to me crazy. She talked to you about me crazy. Or she just does fucked up shit. The dad do fucked up shit. How do you deal with somebody? Or can you, like, see long-term relationship with somebody, a marriage?
Hello?
With someone if you don't get along with their mother or their father or their sister or their brother or their... So who going first?
Lorie.
Lorie, what you
answer that first.
Wow.
what you think?
Lorie answer that first.
What do Lorie think?
What is the question? How do we
Lord.
deal with that?
Or
Or
can you?
can you?
So just answer the can you part.
Can you part? Honestly, yeah, I can.
All right. So if you can, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with a family that you might not get along, you might not respect because they do
That's
fucking
easy.
shit?
That's honestly, it is easy. It is relatively simple. I feel like for me, essentially, the relationship is between you and I. And like, can you not, Mr. John,
please.
Mr. John Slap?
That is an elementary word. Shut up.
I feel like for me, the core is more important, and and Juan stated that before. It's really all about me and you.
Right? And his mom is around all the
Stop
time.
segueing.
Well, I need her to answer the question the right
She
way.
is answering, but you
I don't like
say
the
like a
answer.
motherfucker.
I ain't like the answer, so that's why I
So
stopped.
the answer is yes, I can deal with that. Honestly, because I don't have to really deal with them 100% of the time. It's really just for holidays or or monumental moments where someone's getting married, a birth, or X, Y, and Z. That's
the
it.
only time you gonna see his mama.
Bye.
Ooh.
Not
All
hi,
right.
but bye.
There's some people like, okay, her situation is a little different because the mom is around the corner. So they deal with the mom a lot because the mom watches the daughter. So what if you have a mom that's overly involved? So now you're
Overbearing.
dealing with her all the time.
I've had that.
No, it's not just holidays and just bye.
I've had that. So
that's
in that
easy.
particular instance, honestly, really quickly, I just feel like for me, what I dealt was I let them know who I was. I made them know who I was. Listen, I'm not going for anything. A lot of people, they just go for anything because that's their mother. I let them know I'm not going for anything. You need to respect the situation. Respect, like in a respectful
have a
manner.
conversation with
I would
him?
have the conversation with the mother. It's not about him because he can't speak. He's not speaking
So
to
you
his
wanna
mother.
say
I'm talking to his
something
mom. I'm talking to
Hey,
his
Mom.
mom. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, mom. I just want to let you know.
Let's
I
have a
love your
sit
son, and a lot of things you do make me feel uncomfortable. Is there a way that we can probably, maybe make things better between us when I come over because I'm a little uncomfortable? And if she's not responsive to that, bye.
Bye. Hello.
Because are you fucking your mom or you fucking your son?
Right.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna say that though. I'm not gonna say that.
What?
Well, wine.
That's what.
No, she's glistening. That's glistening. That's because she's so beautiful.
What's he doing right now?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
What the? Yo, I'm gonna be clear. When Juan gets something, that shit gonna be so fucking wet.
Wait,
He gonna-
what?
When he kiss her with a neck,
It's going
she
down.
gonna spurt. I'm praying for you, sis.
I'm praying for him because he touching my arm.
Sorry.
That's my spot.
Oh,
It's like,
shit.
it's like, listen.
what?
Wait, Linnea, she about to
Kyra,
she getting mad as shit. All right, let me say let me
Linnea
say.
gotta go. Linnea gotta go.
Listen.
Linnea said her
So
niece gonna
no, the short answer is no.
No,
And a
what?
brief no,
Not
I cannot
dealing
do that. I've kind of sort of did it in my first adult relationship. The person who I was talking about not going to the concert with that time,
Yes.
his family was extremely involved in our relationship, and it wasn't his mother, it was his other people in his family, and I felt like I felt like, yeah, I could deal with this, but long term, I would not be able to deal with that. You will not have a say-so in my household once we get married.
Ooh.
And I will not accept that. And I'm not even saying that because I'm some type of controlling person, but because if you have a mother or a maternal figure in your family who feels like they control everything, you control everything over there. You're not controlling everything over here. And I can't deal with that because as much as you will want to be like, oh, yeah, it's not going to bother me, it will eventually, because even though they don't really have too much say-so when it comes to your house, it affects you because you can't go to their house sometimes. You don't want to be around them. And that affects both sides of your relationship because you just like, oh, I can't bring you over here. Right. But because that's how it was with us. Well, at one point, I was allowed to come over. But when he got a car, oh, hell no. She controlling him. What I got to do with him getting a car? That family was crazy as hell.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it again.
I think the only thing that would be a bigger problem, but the only thing that would be a bigger problem, it wouldn't be the mom, the dad, the aunt, or anything. It would be the child.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't get along with the child, no, regardless of what the age.
About the parents, because the child is a different question.
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
No, answer my fucking question.
Oh my God.
Does it say
You're
family?
hostile.
It does say family.
Okay, all right then. Because what is a child?
Ooh.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I know what I'm saying.
Hello.
So
I'm talking.
But it says family.
Answer the question. All right.
It says family.
So now I'm answering just a different
No, you
question.
can't segue.
Yes, I can fuck. It's my.
She gotta leave.
She gotta
can't
leave.
segue. She gotta fucking leave. I'm trying to answer as fast as I can, nigga. You keep segueing shit. What I'm saying is this: the problem wouldn't be with the mom or dad. You're not sleeping with the mom or dad.
You're not.
Like you said, you can have dialogue with the mother or father. But regardless, if they have a
I didn't even
child,
think about
regardless
kids.
of what the child age is, if the child lives in that house with the mom and y'all in the relationship together, that might be a problem. Because
that would be a problem.
However old the child is, right? That child might give you fucking problems.
Oh, for sure.
So it may cause you some problems because now you in a predicament. Like, well, you might come and say like, is either me or your kid gotta get the fuck out. Especially if your kid is 21 and over. You know what I'm saying? So if your kid don't like me for what? Yeah, fucking right.
Excuse me, Mr. Jonathan Slap.
All I'm saying is this.
I want no
I
problem.
understand that's your child, but if I'm potentially to be your husband, your fiance, or whatever, at the end of the day, if you ain't checking your child to respect me, then we got a problem.
I agree.
And then we gotta leave.
Another episode, so fuck
Well, you can still ask them.
You said family. You
But the
could
thing
just
about-
said mom and dad. The question didn't say mom
if you
and
wanted
dad.
to be specific, but
Yeah,
I
if
love
you
how
talk
y'all
about
control my shit.
But it's
No.
fast family. What
Hun.
the fuck? Who's in your family?
Hun.
Who's in your family?
well,
Who's
it
in your
depends
family?
If you have children,
Who's
or
in?
not.
Okay,
But
but if you got children,
yeah.
the children's in your fucking
I
family.
ain't even because a kid is a whole
Nother
different thing.
situation.
That's a
But
whole.
you said family. You didn't say
All right,
mom or dad.
So you're saying so answer the question in
I
regards to
just
did.
Nigga, I said if the fuck
who you talking to? Because
you.
you getting too loud. So
Because you keep
why-
interrupting my
Whoa,
shit.
we going back to the
Linnea
old-
got
It's
a
getting
fucking
hot in
goal.
here.
You keep segueing. My answer is this: the mom and dad, I don't give a fuck about because we don't live together. I ain't sleeping.
They
with
live
none of
around the
them.
corner.
I
They
ain't
live.
sleeping with none of them.
They live around the corner.
Say that about his mom.
Well, who was saying about my cool ass mom? Nobody.
Your mom
right
is
about
cool.
that.
Your
Nobody
mom
was
is
about
cool.
my
Your
cool
mom
ass
is cool. I met her.
If me and your kid don't get along,
Let me shout her out though.
Yes.
She has been a number one supporter. My
Yes.
mom can't
Yes.
even listen to the show.
Yes.
My mom, like, I love your show. I support it. I won't listen because y'all crazy. But Cynthia is one of the dopest moms.
Yes.
She is.
She
She
listen to
If
is.
she don't judge us or hold it against whatever we're saying.
She didn't-
Whatever.
all right, we about to cut. We'll go to a break, but I'm gonna say this: she didn't come to the live show because she thought y'all was gonna hold back. Because she was there.
No.
I was like, fuck
If
no.
you don't hold
My
back,
mom
you know
was
I
then
don't hold back.
I'll
Yeah.
apologize to her.
I'm like, you know,
but
I
I
don't
won't
hold back.
hold back. If
All right,
you
y'all,
do.
You apologize to my mother.
We're gonna take a quick break.
That was
We be
cool.
right back. Uncensored Podcast, Love Jones, Right Click Agency, Water Ice Radio. We'll be right back. Welcome back, y'all, to the Uncensored Podcast, and the Loveable Asshole of the Week is every fucking what's the shit called when they bring you your food? Grubhub,
Oh,
Uber
delivery
Eats?
services.
All of
Food delivery services.
I can't stand
Why are you so perplexed?
motherfuckers.
I'm gonna do Uber Eats.
I can't
For
stand.
extra money.
I do
know what?
Instacart.
Don't do
You know
Uber
what?
Eats.
It's not even Uber Eats, right?
Oh.
I don't know who the fuck is
DoorDash.
playing.
All
I don't
of
know.
them.
But all these motherfuckers.
Even if you work directly for the restaurant.
You niggas never bring me the right shit.
What?
It's
It's up you. No, it's him.
Let's be clear.
I know what I like to eat.
No, did you put it in the order?
I
People
know
will
what I
take
like
your
to
shit.
eat.
People will take your food. So we've had, like, I work at a bar. Tasha, shout out, come see me. I work on Sundays, 1 to 7.
Ah.
Mondays, 6 to 2.
Okay.
Shameless
Okay.
plug.
Yes.
Shameless plug, and she don't even sponsor us, but it's okay. Listen, we do Uber Eats at my bar. We've had Ubers come in, and then out of nowhere, the customers calling saying we didn't eat the food. I said,
Yo.
well, they went out with your food.
Let me
Really?
Yeah.
The Ubers will steal your food. They will.
Let me tell you something,
and then
man.
I'm trying to cancel your shit.
You guys, I can't stand you motherfuckers who take these orders and don't either bring them, eat some of the shit. Like, yo,
Eat
this-
some of it.
Eat some
Oh,
of
yeah,
it.
they'll
and
dip in
give-
your
and
bag.
give you half of it. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah.
You saw that man drink
Grubhub,
that-
DoorDash.
I saw the
all
guy eat
you
the fries.
motherfuckers that
Our
bring.
food smell good as shit, so I know they be want to eat
So
that shit.
you guys
I be
are-
What's your menu, bitch? Don't be hungry coming. You cannot be hungry when you're Ubering.
No, you can't.
Because
No.
if you're hungry, you pick up a
You
fucking
should
dinner.
have ate before you
I'm
started
not gonna
driving.
Listen, I do catering, right? And that is very hard because it's large sums of orders. You open them all up, you see all the stuff all sliced, all perfectly. You can't be hungry doing that. I've never touched the food, but I'd be like, if I just take this
What kind of
little
sound was
piece.
that? What was
That was
But
me
that's
sucking
I
on
would
the-
never do that on somebody's food like that.
Me either. I would never
Her
do
mouth
that.
is wet. Okay, so
Oh.
all right, so
'Cause the
my
food
segment is this,
is-
real quick.
Oh. You
This ain't,
salivating.
this ain't a real
Okay.
quick question, but
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not a quick question, but we gonna have
Right.
to-
Why is this?
Yeah,
I haven't
well,
had
hey,
this question.
all right, so do you feel that? My segment is this: do you feel that the world is forcing the LGBTQ community on everyone? I'm gonna answer first, and then we just gonna. I do feel like that. My thing is this. This is my thing. It's okay. I'm not against anybody who's gay, transgender, or anything like that, but I want to be the one who tells my kid, that's my kid, that's my responsibility. I don't feel like somebody else should be the one doing that, and it's okay that people are comfortable with coming out the closet. It's okay with that, and that's what you do. That's what you do, and it's so hard now because I feel like when it's the other people, when they can do it, we have to.
Flip your hand around. It's the other people.
Oh, okay, yeah. When it's the other when it's acceptable for them, everybody have to accept it. RuPaul, Dennis Rodman, all them motherfuckers. They was doing it. Oh, what? Dennis Rodman been a cross dresser.
Are you insane? I love Dennis Rodman. Don't you dare.
You ain't let me finish what I'm saying.
All right, go ahead.
This ramen's gay.
He been doing what he was doing, and you
I
know
didn't know he was gay.
when he was doing that. Oh, they
he
talk,
might be queer.
They
He
talk
never
so-
publicly announced anything.
Man, he wore a wedding dress
That's-
with makeup.
He likes to be fashionable.
What straight man? Anyway, like I'm saying, because we got to get out of here. What I'm saying is this. I do feel like they try to force it on you because the other people want you to accept it. When it was us doing it, we got called so many names. We got looked down. Now you got fucking Caitlyn Jenner, whatever. What's this, Caitlyn Jenner?
No.
Bruce Jenner
Jenner.
turned into Caitlyn Jenner, and he got a big ass award, and I'm like, he wasn't the first one.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't the first one.
Laverne
He
Cox.
was a
Shout out to
staple
Laverne
figure.
Cox.
He
No, he wasn't no staple figure. The motherfucker ran a track in back in '77. He won a gold medal. He was on a fucking Wheaties box back then. But don't stick your tongue out while I'm talking like that. But he is inside the Kardashian family.
What is
happening?
I'm talking. She's talking. Linnea has to go. So what I'm saying is this: I do feel like they do force us. Even in fucking Jersey right now, next year they're trying to make the schools teach LGBTQ
History.
history.
Who the fuck is a gay pioneer? I don't know no gay pioneers.
Well,
But if you ask,
You about to learn.
No,
Thank
wait.
you.
okay,
Thank you.
But,
Can I
okay.
go
But
next?
do any black kids know?
No,
do
you
any
can't
kids?
ask me
Do any kids know who Benjamin Banneker was?
My dad
WWDE Du Bois. Do anybody know who that is? No, they don't know who the fuck that
He
is.
said WDE.
You know the fuck who I'm talking about, nigga.
Sir,
I got
let's
the
be
Love
clear.
Jones in me.
Definitely.
And I'm not saying, Lene, I'm done. I ain't saying nothing else.
But wait.
Oh, what's the nigga name though?
WEB Du Bois.
What I say?
The D. Yes.
WDE.
WDGES.
WWF Du Bois.
WDF.
Do y'all know?
The quiet
WWF
storm. The
Du Bois?
quiet
Wow.
storm.
But
The quiet
but
storm.
listen, can I just want to say that the thing about
Make it quick.
I am. This is first of all, we're gonna have to talk about this again because this
No,
is
we
the
don't.
subject.
Yes, we is.
It
This
is.
the
No,
subject
you
that
will.
You have to unpack
I shouldn't
layer
even
by
said
layer.
this shit today.
Second, my
You
thing is
shouldn't
what
have.
I want to say. My general answer: do I feel like it's yes? We're forcing it on people. I do not believe that it needs to be added as its own subject in the
Hell
school.
no.
It should, however, be included in American history or history period because it is a period in time where they had things like what is it, Stonewall or something like that, where barriers were broken down.
Right,
all of that. I do agree that all of that should be included in that. However,
You're
should
passionate
people
about
be-
this.
Should people be should people be including it in? First of all, let me just say this and then I'm done. I feel like a lot of people that think that we don't know about the LGBT community at this point, and we all do. And the fact is nobody cares if you're gay anymore. It's just like an everyday
not
thing.
true, though.
I know
That is not
somebody
true.
does.
That is not true.
People
That-
do. There are people
homophobes
who care.
Homophobes
Exactly.
care. We don't.
There's some people that don't.
We don't care.
But they do care.
I'm
right?
not, but see,
There's
maybe
a lot of people that judge that.
so
I
here I am
don't
giving a
care.
biased opinion because, to be honest, with all of this, and they could say the same thing about us forcing heterosexuality in their faces, but all of this inclusion where you have to be in forefront, like I'm gay, it's here. I'm gay, it's here. Like I feel like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
More than what it, and
they
I think
changing bathrooms.
I
They
don't
doing
feel-
all
but-
this shit.
But to me personally, I do not feel like it doesn't bother me. So it's like okay.
it's not.
That's
a
it.
bother,
That's
bro.
how I
just
feel.
like,
I have an
go for
opinion.
I mean, I'm not.
Make it quick.
First of all, I think it's just like when white people, when you said that whole question about
Please, but-
white people can't defend black people. So straight people can't defend gay people because you're
But
not a
wait.
gay person. So you
But
don't
I'm
know
not
what-
trying. I'm
Let
not
me
trying.
finish.
But no, I don't
But
want
no.
you to compare race
No, you can't
and
do that.
sexuality
You can't do that. Can't
because
do
it's not the
that.
same thing.
All right, well, here's what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it. So
That's
what
I
I'm
have
gonna
this
say.
argument with my friend all the
I
time.
feel like you can't tell a gay person how to feel.
Oh, I'm definitely not.
So my thing is, if they want to feel more included in a building, if they want to feel like I'm a trans person and I want to go to a female bathroom or a bathroom that is neutral, I should do that. So I
They should.
I agree on the part of I don't know if I agree on this, but I do want I feel like I should educate my child about it. But at the end of the day, people are not going to do it.
They're not.
People don't educate their children on politics. People don't educate their children
On
on
credit.
finances.
On credit.
People don't
Mhm.
educate their children
You're right
on
about
drugs
that.
and everything else in the world. So they're not going to educate their child on sexuality. So that's why right now in the schools, I'm going to be clear with you. I work in a school. Kids are testing out.
I know, you see a lot of gay shit.
Because
Oh my god.
Sir.
You can't say that.
No, that's not politically correct.
Homosexual
Let me
shit?
finish. Kids are testing out
Queer.
every avenue because nobody
Queer.
is talking to them about it, right? So if you do want them to know about it, they need to learn it from somewhere. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the parents are not gonna teach them
Cause they gay.
No, that's because
Hello.
they're not fully educated.
Hello.
At the end of the day, people don't educate their kids on what they need to know every day. So if it's going to come through the school, it's going to come through the school. That's not going to make them more gay. If they want to be with a girl,
I agree with that.
they're going to be with a girl. If they want to be with a guy, they're going to want to be with a guy. So the school is not going to change that about them.
But they also should have control over
Nobody said that, but you should.
something like that.
That shit should not be put.
When you went to sex ed, right? Who's going to control telling me how a dick is supposed to get in?
What I'm saying is, why can't they
only
just add
told
it?
you about fucking STDs and what type of condoms the fuck.
No, and they
Right,
told you about
that's
the birthing
Sex
process.
ed and birth control. That's it. Sex
But
ed ain't tell you nothing to fuck
I don't
else.
think that
They
they
tell you.
shouldn't. They shouldn't be. It shouldn't have to be its own subject. It can be included in history. It's a part of
Yes,
history.
that's what we say.
I don't think it's his own subject. I think it's.
That's
Oh,
what
no,
they-
no.
that's what they do
They're
in
trying to make
Jersey.
it
Its own
In your
subject.
fucking state.
Wait, can I say something, guys?
Yes, real quick. In your fucking state.
All right, so let me just say this really quickly. I want to say yes to answer your question. Is it being forced on you? Yes, it is. The reason why it's being forced is because this is a part of our community now. This is a part of our reality. And for so many years, for so long, you know,
Move
this,
the mic away, because now you messing up the fucking sound.
sir, you got to move your mic. Mr. John Slap, thank you. So,
Thank you.
Hello.
So I just want to say that, you know, honestly, and just short and the long of it is, yes, it is being forced on you, but the only reason why it's being forced on you because this is our part of our normality now. You have to accept it for what it is.
Black history.
Yes,
But
correct.
that's
Correct.
gay
And you
history.
and I feel like you should yes, gay history, whatever you want to call it, you have to educate yourself as well as your children because this is a part of our norm. We're not getting further away from homosexuality. We're getting closer to it and it's becoming more in our faces, which is making us stay quote unquote woke about what is happening around us.
I guess that's
Yes.
kind of sort of like how, you know, you don't know what's outside because it's me being a person who I accept people for who they are. So to me, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, why are you,
They fun.
you know, putting it all on me like that?
You have to
But
educate
some
yourself
people
about it.
Don't know about
But
that.
you can't
you
say-
said earlier or whenever we had a question about the black girl, you know, being offended. So this like that, right? You wanna protect her, and you want her to do with it. Dear white people with dear straight people. How about that?
No,
No,
bro.
it's a fine line
What's-
between
Dear straight
race
What's history?
Stop acting like
and
you're saying-
No, but what's
sexuality.
history? No, but what's
There's
real?
a-
What's real history?
Dear straight people.
Why do-
don't
What's
act
real
like you
history?
accept me when you really don't accept me.
Why are
What's
you?
real
Why
history?
do?
It's-
How about that?
It's not the same
what's real history,
thing.
though,
Am I right?
It's the first.
Thank you.
It's not the same
Is
thing.
the first
It's not the
transgender?
same
Is the
thing.
first transgender history or is Garrett A. Morgan history?
No, listen.
I know you don't know who Garrett
So
A.
that's
Morgan
why I need
is.
to go to
I know
No.
you don't
history
know.
class.
Listen.
And that's why you need a
I don't want to
semester
let
of it.
this go off as the whole race and your gender and your sexuality
we don't
preference is
care
not
about that.
the
What we
same
saying
thing.
is-
don't think that.
What
But
we
you have
saying
to-
is-
That's your opinion.
Everybody has to think that
That's-
because it's not the same thing.
That's your
You
opinion.
cannot compare
can't tell
somebody's
everybody
race
that.
to
You
your
cannot-
sexual preference.
Guys.
What you can't do
Guys.
is tell everybody that's what they're supposed to think.
How
That's
are you?
not how
No,
they-
I'm not saying
we're
you.
not
I'm
saying that.
I'm not saying that's what you're supposed
You
to
can't
think.
tell them
Guys.
that
I'm
they
telling you,
gotta
how do you
Guys.
connect the two? It's not the same
Because
thing.
Exactly. It's
if
not-
somebody thinks that they was born like this and they was born
What
white.
we saying is-
But so how you want to tell them?
I don't think like that. I don't.
So
I,
that's what
I,
you can't tell them.
I'm
to
not
think like
think-
that. Then
We're
But
not telling them.
you-
What
she just said that.
No, I did
No,
not
she
say
did
that.
not
I
say
did
that.
not
She did
say
not say
about
that.
me
Guys,
being
guys,
born one
guys.
way and being born something. I did not say
Guys,
that. I
guys,
did
you
not
gotta-
say.
guys,
I
you
said that
gotta
you
go.
can't compare sexuality and race.
Can't.
It's
Can't
not
do that
the same
shit.
thing because a gay person could be white all day
Hello.
or black, but they can't change who they are on the outside. You can decide. I'm not. Well, no, I don't want. I don't want to say. I don't want to say you can. I don't want
Motherfucker,
to
you
say.
better preach.
I don't want to
Alright,
say
look,
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
decide. But I'm just
I'm
going
sorry,
to say
guys.
we love all.
you can
We
look
love
at
all.
you
We
and
love
not
all.
determine your
Let's say
sexuality
that.
from
Let's say
looking
that.
at somebody.
Uncensored Podcast, we love all.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. We getting out of here. The two people that I would love to hang out with is white people and gay people. They love to buy unlimited motherfucking drinks.
Yes, they do.
So I love you
And
guys.
They be like, we buy
I
a
love
round
you
for
guys
everyone.
regardless.
I love all
Shout out
people
to Love Jones.
except for racists.
Shout out to Right Click Agency. Shout out to
And
Water Ice
homophobic people,
Radio.
I don't like
Shout out
them
to
either.
More
What
Ron
I
Here.
we love you.
Shout out to Lil Honey.
Shout out to John Slap. Can we
Thank
give a
you.
shout out
me.
to John
Shout
Slap?
out to me.
Hey,
We gonna
Loveable
name that.
Asshole of the Week. Hello.
Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Linnea. Shout out to my Puerto Rican friend Hector. Is Hector
Can I get? I didn't even.
Hector, is he Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm
confirmed it, right?
I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting every week. I keep forgetting. He half.
Puerto Rican.
All right. Well, shout out to my man. Shout out to my man Hector. Water Ice Radio. We on such a podcast.
Shout out to
I'm
Juan
sorry,
because he didn't say me either.
He
but-
I did say you.
He
You weren't listening. I
did.
said more Juan here.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, she
my
on.
bad.
She on. She on.
All right, my bad.
All right,
Love
y'all.
Jones hit him.
All right, y'all. We out of here. We see y'all next week. We love y'all. Uncensored Podcast. Water Ice Radio. We out.